maybe it's not the biggest surprise in the world that Hearts of Iron 3 is expanding, but can you tell us a little bit about what you felt about Hearts of Iron 3 when it released and what you wanted to add?
Well, first of all, when it was released, we were kind of happy. Well, it's a big, cool game, it's out. But then we realized that not everyone was entirely satisfied with the game. So we kept working on it, adding patches and features and tweaking it and making it more fun. Obviously, there's a lot of people that think it's fun, so now we're here trying to make an expansion to add even more content and make the game more fun to play.
More specifically, what are you adding?
We've been looking quite a lot of what people are writing about and commenting on the forums. They have had quite a lot of complaints about that the interface is not as good as they like. They want more historical flavor, and they also want to have a better AI.
So can you tell us about how the interface has changed for this expansion?
The things we've been working on has been to make like sort of an order of battle browser so you can drag and drop and organize your armies perfectly, or not perfectly, but more easily as you want to use them. We also try to make so that the player can define how their own theaters are. We also want them to be able to upgrade units to other types of units, all to make it easier for the player to manipulate the game as they want it.
And historical flavor, what does that mean?
One of the major complaints so far has been that it feels kind of generic when you play. So one of the things we're trying to get really into the game is that trying to make the flow of the game follow World War II more closely, but also adding in a lot of flavor events, flavor comments, flavor text. So basically, if you're playing Britain and you get bombed by strategic bombers, you get all these pop-ups and pictures about telling you like, oh, this is now the Blitz, and then you can get some historical feedback. So for a lot of things that happen, you will have this historical, this happened, so that you really feel that you're playing through World War II.
Sounds like you're adding a lot of text.
Yes, text. That's what our games are about, aren't they? Oh, never mind. Some graphics as well.
Some numbers.
Yes, and numbers. Lots of numbers as well.
That all said, if you had one major selling point about this expansion, why should you upgrade?
Because it makes Semper makes Hearts of Iron 3 into more of a complete game. It enhances the game on several aspects, like making the AI act better. You'll be able to cooperate more closely with the AI of the other countries, also giving better and more detailed instructions to your AI.
And since I'm basically going in the dark with this, I'm interviewing about a game and expansion that I haven't heard about before. What's the schedule for this, and are you thinking of more expansions later on?
Well, more expansions, we always think it's a good idea to prolong the cycle of a game. Let's face it, there's always an endless amount of things you can add into a game. Our business model basically is that we cram in as much as we can into the game, then patch, add into it, and then we keep doing expansions for years and years as long as people want them, because we like working with our games, we like to add content, but we also like to have food in our stomachs.
And but Semper, what's the time schedule for that?
Well, I think we're aiming to have it released May, June, something. I'm not entirely sure. It depends on when it's ready. We want it to be very polished and perfect.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
Get back to work.
Chop, chop.